Hello colleagues, my name is Sviatoslav. I am CEO at Replenishment Plus Business Unit, ABM Cloud IT company. Today we'll talk with Vladimir, Supply Chain Manager at Monomakh company. We'll discuss DDMRP methodology and Replenishment Plus software implementation process. Could you briefly tell us about yourself? What do you do in the company? What tasks do you face?
My name is Vladimir Ropalo. I'm the Supply Chain Deputy Director. I'm engaged in planning, supplying raw materials, planning production at the macro level, and also being the head of the Replenishment Plus software implementation in our production.
Vladimir, tell me please about tea business features in Ukraine, comparing to other countries. What is the specificity of this business? What are the difficulties?
The main difficulty lies in the fact that Ukraine is not a tea-producing country. Tea is a completely imported raw material for us, and often the lead time is 3 to 3.5 months. That means we have a very long supply leverage. So, we needed a software that would help to plan stocks correctly, avoid overstocks.
What methodology have you been using before? Perhaps it was the classic MRP system, lean manufacturing, or theory of constraints. Maybe some of your own developments.
I think it was some mix, but the main thing is our more than 20 years experience. I can say that our entire team feels the wholesale and production process thanks to their experience. We had solutions for planning based on some ERP systems, features, and Excel sheets, but there was no centralized data management system.
Tell us about your first impression on the DDMRP methodology. What were your thoughts about it?
We liked the concept itself because it does not require a very accurate sales forecast. The management model is based on buffers that can absorb certain spikes or, on the contrary, stagnation in sales. And the very methodology of positioning the stock of goods and materials in days, depending on how much this or that SKU can fluctuate in its consumption. These are the factors that pushed us to focus on the DDMRP methodology.
The power of simplicity, right?
Yes.
As for the software specifically, does it follow the logic of the DDMRP? Does R Plus suit you well? How difficult is it to teach staff to work in Replenishment Plus?
At the moment, we have 3 managers who create orders in the program, even 4. 2 of them are engaged in production planning and 2 are engaged in the materials purchase. Implementation and studying takes place relatively quickly, about 2 to 3 weeks, and the person completely joins the process, can work with the software. I think this is pretty fast.
What advice could you give to companies that are just starting their journey with DDMRP? Those who want to learn more about the DDMRP.
The most difficult thing will be to trust the system, because it works right if the initial data is correct. So the program will recommend what to produce, what to buy, and when. If there are any inaccuracies or errors in the initial data, the program will recommend incorrectly, and because of this, a person may have to distrust the system. This leads to the fact that he will work the old way, in Excel. The most important thing is to set the incoming data properly.
Have you achieved this in your company? Have you had any data problems?
I think it turned out by 95%. There are very few specific cases which are not solved yet, but it's easier to turn a blind eye to them than to correct. Nevertheless, the program made life much easier in the other 95% of cases. For example, we used to have meetings every week to plan the next week using Excel sheets. The production manager used to come to this meeting, and now he focuses on the data from Replenishment Plus than Excel, which we sometimes prepare to check ourselves.
You've been working with the system for 2 years. What are the results of using the DDMRP methodology? Is there a financial result, not just convenience for employees?
Yes, we do have a result. While maintaining the same level of the inventory stock during this period, our sales increased by 60%. Looking relatively, we can conclude that the ratio of sales to purchases is increasing. This allowed us to enter the season more smoothly. Because the peculiarity of the tea market is seasonality, sales can grow up twicely. For example, in summer it is 100 tons, and in winter 200 tons. In the summer we began to accumulate stock. Sometimes we did not guess, and overstocks occurred. Now we are still accumulating stock. Overstocks are still there, but the value in money has become much less.
What are your strategic development plans? I see you've already optimized the operational level. What are your next steps to implement the methodology?
We are currently working with the Advanced Planning module in Replenishment Plus, APM. We are going to upload specifications for equipment, which will allow us to calculate the capacity load correctly, balance them by months based on the needs of the sales department. In the future, it will help us to create a production plan for a week or two in advance. For this moment, such plans are realized only thanks to the experience of our employees.
Thank you, Vladimir. Thank you, colleagues, for your attention to our interview on the DDMRP implementation. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. And press the bell not to miss any important updates. Thank you.